Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to the No Culture for Old Men podcast. As always, Ben, Lawrence, and Jim here to discuss NBA and anything else that pops up in our little brains while we're chatting with you. It's raining like crazy, so hopefully it doesn't cut off the feed or break up the recording. But we're gonna press on in Jesus' name. As always, please like, subscribe, hit that notification button, tell your friends. As soon as I figure out how to get this on SoundCloud and Apple, we will be there and life will be great. Thank you, guys. How y'all doing today?
Good, but I take offense to little brain. I don't have a little brain, bro. It's kind of large actually. So
Just a small forehead.
yeah, I get it. Let's keep it pushing. Hey y'all, welcome to the show, man. It's episode 9, So good to be with y'all again. As always, hey, if you like our show, don't forget to like and follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Hey, for today, man, let's kick it off. This fight's finally happened. The Logan Paul Mayweather. Who do y'all have on this fight, and do you think it's going to even be worth watching?
Uh, to start, this is episode 10.
Oh, see, thanks. Big
And-
brain beats little brain.
And it's a disgrace to boxing that this is on television. And I don't know. I read the rules today. There's no judges. There's no winners.
Yeah, it's not a real fight.
Knockouts are allowed. You can knock somebody out, but there's no headgear. I don't see the point. I don't see the point in paying $59.99 for this.
There's no scoring for the fight,
No, there's no scorecards. There's no judges.
and there's no decision.
Yeah,
So it's a true exhibition.
right. So unless somebody gets off a lucky knockout punch, I don't see Floyd knocking anybody out that's 190 pounds. He don't hit that hard.
Nah, I don't. Nah. I mean, he can beat him up.
Yeah, but he could tap him. That's not even a beat up. I would get in the ring with Floyd right now. It's a pillow. It's like a pillow fight with him.
Maybe it's just me, or am I just forgetting that Floyd's like 55 years old?
Yeah, I mean, Floyd is
He's
old.
not 55 years
He's
old.
40. He's 44.
Close
Okay.
enough. Boxing wise, he might as well be 55.
Right.
He's
he's
the
not hitting
same
you.
age as his daddy when his daddy retired.
He's not hitting you, but so hard.
Hey, his dad could hit pretty hard, probably.
I know he could. I'm just saying. It's not a slight, but I'm just saying his dad boxed to a pretty old age. So I'm just saying they're about in the same field right now.
If somebody
So-
paid me $100 million, I'd get in the ring with Floyd right now.
So besides for the boxing
I know I would.
purists, right? And there's not, to me, in my mind, there's not a lot of boxing purist type people, right? That watch for the technical abilities and the scoring. Most people, to me, seem to just be there for the spectacle.
Don't you think that's
Of it all.
the problem with MMA? Don't you
No.
think MMA did that to people?
But that's what it's for. It's the spectacle. People want to see somebody get hemmed up.
That's
Yeah.
for the casual fan.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
a big
most fans are
MMA
casual.
dude, man.
Most fans are casual. When you're making money at something,
It's
it's
casual.
because casual people are watching.
I
When-
agree.
When it's just hardcore people, then you're not making any money.
Nah, you're not. You're not. I mean, casual fans get the ratings up, which means more marketing, which means more advertising, which means more dollars. We all get that.
I understand. I understand.
But
All that.
I like boxing for the sport that it is.
I understand that, but boxing is boxing because you have the potential of getting your head knocked off.
Exactly.
If I'm going to see two guys pitter pat and act like they're in a pillow fight,
Yeah.
why am I watching? What is the point of this?
I don't want to see it.
No, you're right. If they're not gonna throw any blows at each other, then
Like I
I
want
mean-
to see somebody get hit. I want to see some feet work. I want to see boxing.
I have
I
no
think
doubt that Logan Paul will try his hardest
To hurt him.
to lay one on Mayweather.
Oh,
I
he's
have
going
no
to
doubt.
try. And I hope that Mayweather has enough left in the tank that he can beat this dude up and get him out of boxing.
Mayweather is going to carry this dude just like he did the Conor McGregor guy.
Yeah, and he'll do it for entertainment.
He's going to make it look interesting for about 3 or 4 rounds, and then he's like, "Okay, this is enough of this. And they're just going to tap him and get, tap him, and then this be the end of it.
Yeah,
So-
you're probably right.
So
'Cause
what do you,
I'm sure there's money for Mayweather to be made in this down the road, probably even more so. Maybe then he'll have to fight Jake after he beats
Well,
Logan.
I did see Logan's fighting, was it Tyron Woodley?
Tyron Woodley? Now that
Now, I would pay for that.
Now, Woodley's an ex-football player, right?
No, UFC.
He's UFC.
No, I know he's UFC, but didn't he play football?
No,
I don't remember
no, I
that.
don't think so.
I
He's
just
always
remember a
fought.
linebacker named Tyrone Woodley.
No, there was a Woodley or Wiley or somebody like that.
There's a Woodley in
Yeah, there was a Woodley, but
and
this is
I'm-
not. This
I'm
not
like,
the
is
same
it
guy.
the same dude?
No, that's not the same guy.
All right,
Woodley might hurt him.
This dude is the real deal. He was the champion for a very long time.
but he's not a boxer.
But he got hands.
He got it.
He got hands. He's not a UFC guy that's going in there trying to wrestle.
So he's more of a boxer.
Yeah,
He's more of a puncher.
Yeah,
he's throwing.
right.
He's throwing them joints.
He's throwing blows. Okay, I want to see that then.
But I think this guy still is bigger than him, though, right? Didn't Logan
Yeah, I
still
mean,
heavier?
the Paul boys are big. The Paul
Yeah,
boys
big
ain't
boys.
small.
They big boys. They from the country or something.
They not.
They're like
they're from Ohio.
Well, there you go. They from
Ain't
the
that
country.
country? Ain't that country?
That's
yeah,
country big.
yeah. I took it back. I said they're
Yeah,
from
they country strong. Man, I get it. I know they in California because they big time, but they really from the country. So there you go.
Yeah,
All right, that's cool. Versus changing gears. How was that this weekend? Who was it again?
Timberland and Swiss Beats.
Who won?
I say Tim.
Did they,
But-
they
but it
don't
was-
vote on it at the end of this.
Nah. This big. But this was more like a concert. They did it at Live nightclub in Miami.
Oh, okay. I
It
think they
was
should have a vote at the end of this thing.
it was dope. I mean, it was very competitive, unlike the other verses.
Mm.
And you when you watch the verses, this one you go, damn, I forgot they did that one. Like you forgot they did those songs. So this was one of the better ones.
So I didn't listen to it, but if you were listening to the Swiss Beats side, was it all Rough Riders, or did you hear something you never heard before?
Nah, like
Or
okay,
didn't realize he did that?
like the Chris Brown, I forget who else on the song. It's I Can Transform You or something.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember that song.
I didn't know Swiss did that.
Okay.
It's a couple Beyonce joints.
Yeah.
He has more Beyonce records than I thought.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, maybe you got a little bit deeper bag than I give you credit for.
Ben, did you hear it or you didn't watch it?
Nah, I didn't hear it. It looked too. From the clips I saw, it looked too. I want a Las Vegas residency to me. I was like, this is
Yeah, who? Timberland or Swiss?
all of it. I mean, they were in.
Why not?
I don't know. It just
That's
looked.
what you do when you get old.
Well, shoot, Rick Ross just signed a big contract for a Las Vegas residency.
Seriously?
Yeah, Ross. Yeah,
Rick Ross?
they didn't release the contract. The
Wait a
contract.
minute. Is he the first rapper to get a residency in Vegas?
No, because Fab is out there now. Fab's always out there.
Hey, Ja Rule's been out there.
Yeah, Nelly been out there for years.
Yeah.
I didn't
Ja
know
Rule's
that
been out
rappers had residencies in Vegas.
Yeah,
How much is? I wanted to know how much Rick.
That's a
Ross
good living.
I'm gonna tell you
That's
what. I'm going to see Rick Ross.
Oh, I'll go see that.
I'm going
I'll
to
go
see
see
that.
that. I'll go see that, man. Maybach music. I'll go see that. That's hot.
Can't Eric Sermon get a residency? I would go see that.
Yeah, because wasn't the residencies one day usually for like R&B or like
No.
pop
They-
culture or
They
something?
used to
Yeah,
be for Celine Dion. Is what they
Yeah,
used.
she was a pop. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
she was
Celine
pop,
Dion.
right? They was
Okay,
pop.
Celine Cher. It used to be pop.
Celine,
Did he-
Cher,
You know,
who was that country
Britney
chick?
and
Yeah, Britney.
didn't Janet have one for a little while?
No, I don't think she got one.
I know
I
Usher
don't know
got
if
one
she
right
has.
now.
Usher
got
has
one right.
one.
He had one right now.
Yeah, and then they found. Yeah, to me, I thought Usher was the first like R&B person I heard. You know, contemporary R&B person that had one. I mean, of course, there's been older guys who've been through there, but you know, for the more contemporary, Usher was contemporary.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
wonder when it's.
Britney's been out there forever now.
Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know she had one.
She was like one of the first.
Oh yeah. She's making a killing out there, man.
Well,
That's like her
well,
career.
I do know Snoop had a DJ deal out there. He was DJing at a club.
I can see that
Oh, yeah?
DJ deals. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm sure.
they give those out though. Shaq had one.
Shaq had one
Yeah.
too. Shaq had one too. And
Yeah,
DJ Paulie D.
yeah. If you're famous at all, they'll let you go out there and DJ in Vegas. It's just a draw. But
Yeah.
for Rick Ross to get one, that's kind of hot, man.
Also had me in Vegas for my birthday, trying to
Yeah. Do we
be
know
in
what
that
club?
joint.
We know what.
The details haven't been released. They just
Okay.
like he's finalizing a deal for residency in Vegas.
That's pretty
Well,
awesome.
all right. Well, cool. I'm gonna have to make my way out to Vegas, then, man, and check that out. That'd be kind of hot. All right. Hey, it's been a good sports week, man, and you can probably see I'm tired, man. I stayed up watching the Clippers against the Mavs the other night, and these West Coast games are killing me, man. I wish they could have these suckers. All right, we're on the East Coast, for y'all don't know. So I get the West Coast the time, but if they could just start the game at 9 Eastern, that would be wonderful. Or maybe, hey, 8:30. How about that? I mean, it's tough to hit a 10 o'clock start time and make it.
Yeah.
That Dallas game didn't go off to like 1:00.
1 o'clock, man. It's tough.
I didn't catch a lick of it. I was
And
staying up.
My
and I was
eyes are
asleep.
bloodshot from it. I mean, I made it till the third quarter, mid third quarter, and then I know I tapped out on the couch at some point, man. But it was a great game. I caught the highlights in the morning. But I want to start in the East, man. Let's start in the East. Philly finally wrapped up the Wizards without Joel Embiid. The question here is the impact of Embiid being out, and what are they going to have to do to compete with Atlanta in the next round in the 1-5 matchup? Do we still think this is a Philly win, or is this going to be a tougher series than we thought?
After watching last night, Ben Simmons at the 5 looks really good.
That's where he should play at.
That looked real good.
He's the best passing power forward in the game.
He's the best passing center in the game if he stays at the 5.
Yeah, that looked real good.
Did they really run him at the center?
I mean, he was the biggest person on the court.
Yeah.
Okay, I noticed that because when I flipped over, you know what I like? They actually let Maxey play.
Maxey balled too.
Maxey balls. He's a rookie, man, and he don't care. He's not scared. He goes to the basket, and he's a change of pace. He pushes.
Dude played well too. The
Curry.
No, the center.
Curry.
Howard.
Yeah, Howard played pretty well.
Howard played just fine.
Yeah, Howard did his job, rebounding, finishing at the basket.
Howard is worth the money, and I know the Lakers they still have him.
The Lakers missed the Dwight Howard right now.
The Lakers missed the Dwight Howard, man, and JaVale McGee. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, they missed both
of them.
They need rim protection and everything right now.
I will say this: bringing Joel Embiid back until they actually lose a game in this series. Rest him as long as possible.
I would agree.
Makes sense.
I don't see how he can be effective with a tear in his meniscus.
And they don't need him at 60%. They need him at 100, at least 90%.
They need him for the next round. I know you don't want to look forward, but Ben Simmons, you're getting paid $30 million. Mm-hmm. Tobias, you're getting $36 million.
Yeah,
you guys should be able to beat Atlanta. Seth Curry, Danny Green, all those guys need to hit shots, and they need to get out this round without Embiid so he could be ready for Brooklyn or Milwaukee.
I agree. Because they have a big man. They have Howard. He can carry the rebound and the shot blocking. The other guys just need to score. And if, like you said, if they can play Simmons at a 4 and a 5 throughout the game and get Maxey into the game, then I think it improves. I want to see Maxey guard what's his name? Trae Young. Yeah. But I really want to see Simmons guard him.
I'll say this.
That's what I really want to see.
I'll say this. Trae Young can't rest this series.
Nah, he's not going to get a break in this one.
Mm-mm.
Because he's going to have to actually play defense in this series.
Correct.
Regardless of who he goes against. If he goes against Maxey, if he goes against Hill, if he goes against
he can go against Curry.
Yeah, Curry or Shake Milton.
Right.
Shake in the game.
But
he's going to have to guard somebody.
They have pushed Shake out the lineup.
He's out the rotation for now.
Yeah, they're not fooling with Shake right now.
But you know what? It's Doc. I think he's like, I'm gonna go veteran. Veteran guards. But I like that he got Max in the game. So I thought
Yeah,
that was cool.
because if you add Hill into the mix and then Maxey for the energy, then there's really no room for Shake right
For
now.
Shake, yeah.
And,
So,
and you got Thibault also playing defense on anybody you tell him to.
Yeah, and Thibault, yeah.
I guess Fable will be the matchup for trading. Because Fable's still starting, right?
I think he started last night.
Okay. I know he goes to the bench, he starts. They just depends on what Doc wants to do.
I know he was on Bill. He was on Bill all night.
Yeah. So what do y'all think then? Who are y'all picking in this series then? I'll go first. I'm still gonna ride with Philly. I think Atlanta's too young. It's a nice run for them. They made it to the second round, but I'm still taking Philly in 6.
I got Philly in 6.
Yeah, I think Philly will win. Probably in 6. I mean, I was impressed with how everyone stepped up for the 76ers. Granted, it was against the Wizards, and the Wizards don't play defense against anybody.
Nope.
So I don't know how much to believe in that, but I know their defense is fairly consistent. And if they're outside shooters can maintain some kind of steady, some kind of consistency, because that was a problem with the Knicks. They just wouldn't shoot the ball. They had open shots. They just wouldn't shoot. They pump fake and
pass up shots
and get into a bad shot. It was crazy.
But give some credit to your boy Nate McMillan. He made a lot of adjustments last round. He made some adjustments.
What did he do? What did he do?
Told you he could coach.
He let Clint Capella be himself. He let Clint look. Clint, don't worry about who you guard. Guard the basket.
Exactly.
And he challenged everything. There was no open layups at all towards the end of that series.
Well, it helps that the Knicks did not have a low post scorer, so he had the chance to roam.
Yeah.
And like you said, Nate let them just go ahead and roam. Don't worry about guarding their 5 because their 5 can't do nothing anyway. And
Julius Randle just cost himself $200 million.
Yeah, he did. Hey, speaking of that, before we get off of that, all right, we picked this next round already, but just to wrap up the Atlanta Knicks series, yeah, you're right. Julius cost himself some cash. You know what? I don't know if he's now relegated to being a number 2 versus being a 1. The Knicks have a lot of needs in scoring, man, and being younger is a bunch of them. What helps him out. I hope he comes back next season and repeats what this season was for him, but actually get to prove it again in the playoffs. And I'm gonna leave it at that. It's his first real meaningful playoff experience. I'm gonna give him a pass.
I mean, he lost confidence in that jumper, and it was glaringly obvious that
and handle. He had so many turnovers, man. He turned the ball over like 10 times. I'm just like, dude, calm down.
Draymond made a great point. He said the Knicks got to the playoffs, that 4 seed, by playing hard all year.
Yep.
But the difference is in the playoffs, everybody plays hard.
Exactly.
So can you go up a gear? And they couldn't. They could not.
Well, the Knicks played way above their abilities, and they overachieved. And so that just got maxed out when you hit the playoffs. And you're right. That's all it is. Right. They played hard. Oh, but now everybody's playing hard. And oh, by the way, during the season, Julius bully balled his way through most of the season when no one plays that hard during the regular season.
Right.
And so when you got people pushing back and they actually keyed on him, it was tougher for him. I mean, he faced double team. And, once he saw that first double team, he was like done the whole series. Like he didn't know what to do. So big up to the Knicks, man. They had a nice run. I'm happy they made it to the playoffs. I just hope they can pick up some free agents this summer.
Hey, what happens to D Rose? Is he on the contract?
I don't know.
I thought it was like a 1-year deal.
1-year deal, probably.
I could be mistaken. But
they should re-sign him, man. But come on, D Rose should not be your starting point guard.
He should be.
Well, he ran out of steam.
Exactly. He should be your 6th man, and he could probably get 6th man a year. I mean, he should be your sixth man.
I see the Lakers in his future.
Hey,
Uh,
the Lakers do not need another old player.
he's a unrestricted free agent.
You're right.
He's an unrestricted free agent. He can go anywhere he wants after this
We're
year.
gonna get to the Lakers, man. All right, let's keep it.
I hope
Yeah,
they
he's-
pay him.
He can go anywhere he wants. There
All right.
goes.
Let's push it. Next up, Milwaukee and Brooklyn, man. I don't have a lot to say about this yet. I think I said in our first NBA playoff preview, I felt that Milwaukee will give Brooklyn a run, but I'm not ready to call this series yet. I need to see game one.
I got
So-
Milwaukee.
You got Milwaukee. I think I picked Milwaukee in our first preview. And you know what? Let me just stick with it. I picked Milwaukee. Let me just roll with them. I just don't think Giannis. I think Giannis is playing better. I think Milwaukee's playing better. And I don't know who on the Nets is going to guard Giannis. I don't know who's going to guard Middleton. So I got to see some defense from the Nets before I crown them in the East. What you got, Ben?
For me, like I don't know what the status of Green is, right?
He's not coming back.
He's not coming back for that series.
He's supposed to be out like 10 games, man. He has plantar fasciitis. That could take a month.
He got Yao Ming issues. He's done.
Yeah, he got plantar. That's not an easy comeback.
Okay.
They need Green. He's important.
I mean, toward the Nets, I think I picked them when we started this, so I'll probably stick with them. Although I'm a big Middleton fan. I'm always picking against. I love three men, and I'm always picking against them. But yeah, I don't know. I see the Nets still pulling it out.
I'll say this: the Nets better push the ball.
Yeah.
They better push it, because this is what I say. Milwaukee has shown all year they might let you get 115 points.
They will.
But they can lock you down for 2 or 3 minutes at a time. They can make you go 3 minutes and you won't score.
Mhm.
They've done it to every team they played against. So when you got the dribble brothers that gets frustrated, what are they going to do? I'm interested to see what the Nets counter is when they hit a tough spot.
Hey, what did you think of Harden's 18 assists the other night, man?
When you dribble, pick and roll, and somebody's going to be open, you should get 18 assists. I don't care about that. That's not in the flow of the game. I don't want to hear it.
Dude, he handed the ball to Kyrie the other day, and Kyrie just drills like a 30-footer. And I said, "Oh, that's an assist." I was like,
That's
"No,
an assist, yeah.
Just like he drove, literally could have laid the ball up and said, "No, I'll just hand it to this guy." Man, that's weird.
I know it's technical, but I've always felt that the old school Steve Nash, Mike D'Antoni system just manufactured assists for the point guard.
Yes.
Am I wrong about that?
No, you're 100% accurate.
It was the intent of it was for the point guard to be the focal point of the offense and to get the easiest assist. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's brilliant. If you make it easier for one player to be the best on the court, I get it. But the system's designed for Harden to dribble, and get an easy assist. That's what it's there for.
This is where the problem's going to come into.
He ran it in Houston.
When you plan a defense, and James Harden, he's dribble, one shot. I mean, one pass, then a shot. That's not going to work against a defense that's up on you. You're going to have multiple passes. You're going to have to pass it from side to side. There's going to have to be some ball movement. He's not going to be able to stand in one spot and find an open guy. Milwaukee stays home. They're the number 2 defense in the league.
What's the matchup going to be? What do you mean? What's the matchup?
What? Who's going to guard who? You going to put Middleton on
Durant,
so Giannis is going to guard,
the weaker scorer.
and then Drew Holiday on Harden?
You know what? Sometimes they match Giannis up against the center.
See,
Whoever the power forward is.
Holiday better check.
They'll put him on the weakest link.
Holiday better check Harden.
I would think Giannis would be on Durant.
Actually, I think Holiday should be on what's his name?
Kyrie?
Yeah.
I know Drew Holiday is usually on the ball. Whoever's
He's on
bringing
the-
that, whoever's
yeah.
bringing that ball up, usually.
Yeah, he's on the ball usually.
Okay, well that puts him on Harden then. One thing with Milwaukee, they are missing Dante DiVincenzo.
That's a big shooter that
Oh,
they're
that's
going to
gonna
miss.
hurt for them.
He's done. He's done for the season.
They're going to miss him.
Yeah, he's done. He had an ankle something. He's done for the season. So that means number 24 is gonna have to step up. So
Where did
yeah,
that kid come from, man?
who DiVincenzo?
No, the other guy.
24.
Yeah,
He's been there forever. He's from Notre Dame.
I just paid attention to him like in the beginning of this. I was like, "Who is this kid?" He's like, he remind me of you in high school, Jim. Just,
Wait a minute, are we talking about the same guy?
the light skinned dude with the jumper.
No, that's not who I'm talking
Who's that guy from Milwaukee?
about.
Number 24?
Yeah, I can't think of his name. He's from Notre Dame.
Connington or something.
Yes, Connington.
Connington.
Yeah, he's from Notre Dame. Remember, he's in the dunk contest.
Oh, okay, I remember Connie.
Who are you thinking about?
Some dude who pulled up like a couple games. He had like 6 3-pointers in a row.
Oh, you talking about Forbes? Brent Forbes,
Yeah,
number
probably.
11.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, remember he played in San Antonio for a couple of years.
That's right. He's from San Antonio, right?
Yeah, he's a shooter, man.
What is Jordan going to get any playing time this series because of Brook Lopez?
They need to play Jordan.
In what scenario?
You need Jordan to build
Brook
up
Lopez
fouls
is
on
on the floor.
Giannis.
When Brook Lopez, I mean, they play Brook Lopez and Giannis at the same time. They don't play a small lineup, dude.
No, they don't. They don't. I think you need Jordan to help defend on Giannis a little bit, don't you?
You can't check Giannis. Is
He
he got
can
the
check-
speed?
He can
You
check
don't
Brook Lopez, can he?
Yeah, you can
but
check
if he's
Lopez.
but if he's at the 3-point line, is he helping anything?
It's just fouls, man.
You need somebody to guard the basket, man.
You're gonna depend on Blake Griffin to guard either one of them all game.
I mean, Blake can guard Lopez because Lopez is going to shoot 3. Although,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, when Lopez decides to post up, I think he's very serviceable. When he decides to post
This
up,
the thing though. They're not gonna make Durant check Giannis the whole game.
that's what I'm saying. I don't even think he's going to start on Giannis.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's where they missed Jeff Green because Jeff Green would be guarding him if Jeff Green was available.
I think you're going to see a lot of zone.
They might go
Zone that might help. With
You're
the
going to see a
takeover.
lot of 3-2 matchup zone. You're
And
gonna see a lot.
Milwaukee can struggle from outside, so that may be the move for the
They can
Nets.
have cold. They can have cold periods as much as they do anything.
I don't
And
know.
let's-
They ain't had no cold periods against Miami. PJ Tucker and them boys was hitting.
Yeah, let's see if Steve Nash can coach. I think that's what this series is going to prove too. Can he coach?
Yeah,
You know, I don't know who's coaching on that team. You got Mike D'Antoni, you got Jacques Vaughn, you got like 8 ex-NBA coaches on this team. I don't know who really coaches it.
We know
So-
what Steve Nash is doing. Steve Nash is doing exactly what Larry Bird did with the Pacers.
Oh yeah, he's assistant
He's a manager.
manager,
yeah.
He ain't
That's all.
coaching. He got an offensive coordinator. He got a
defensive coordinator.
Right.
He don't
And-
draw up no plays. He just say,
No.
"Hey, dummy, you open, shoot."
Yeah, he does.
He's there for the press conference.
So yeah, I want to see what the coaching's like. Hey, you know it's funny though. Whoever's on that bench, do any of them have a ring as a head coach?
Maury Stoudemire, Dan
Tony,
Tony, Jacques Vaughn.
I don't think so. So it's going to be interesting to see what the calls were. I'm sure there's some assistant there that probably has a ring as an assistant, but not as a head coach. I'm
was
just
watching-
curious.
And I saw D'Antoni, and he looked salty to me.
Oh, he's salty.
He
You
looked
know he
salty.
was hoping Nash failed and he would get this job. You know he was hoping.
Even though I think D'Antoni is a terrible coach, he should never get another job.
No, he shouldn't.
He looks so salty.
I've just never been a fan, man. I'm just like, when you blatantly don't play defense and don't want to play defense, I'm just like, I can't roll with you like
And
that.
don't teach it.
That's what I'm saying. He won't even teach it. It's not even allowed in his system. Like, you want to play defense? No, you can't play for me. That's pretty much what he says. Like, you can't play defense for him. It's like you're gonna get him put on the bench if you play D. So nah, I'm not a D'Antoni fan. Hey, let's push it on that. All right. So I picked Milwaukee. I think Ty went Milwaukee. Benji, you went Brooklyn on this?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Milwaukee 7-game series. I got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 7-game. I think once we hit these second rounds, man, we're gonna see more 7-game series. Let's roll over to Utah. Took care of Memphis, which was expected. Good looking out for Memphis though. Josh showed up big. It was a good appearance for them. Utah is playing like the number 1 seed in the West. We're awaiting, of course, the winner of the Clippers and the Mavericks. So let's talk about the Clips and the Mavs. Doncic went off last night, 42 and 14. Clippers let me down. Playoff P actually played pretty well.
Except for that last 9 seconds.
But, Kawhi didn't have a great game. This goes back to L.A. Who are you guys rolling?
I don't know.
It's back and forth, man.
I had the Mavs, and they're gonna win.
I'm still going Clippers. I picked it. I'm gonna stick with it.
Like I said, I'm a Kawhi fan, but they're punking out, man. They're punking out. They are punking out.
You know what? You know what I saw that I was like, they ain't gonna win this game. The Kleber against Morris thing. Do you see that?
What's the scenario?
Morris threw an elbow in Kleber's throat, and Kleber pushed him back.
Oh, I seen that.
I was like, oh, Kleber's not scared. Oh,
exactly.
I was like, this game ain't going the way they thought. I could have swore Morris was like, I didn't think Morris thought he was going to get pushed back.
Morris never thinks he's going to get pushed back.
And dude,
that's that North Philly. That's that North Philly coming out.
Yeah, that's that Philly coming out. And Cleaver just, I'm going to push him. And I was like, and then Bojan Bogdanovic clogged the middle. And for some reason, the Clippers didn't know how to beat a 2-free zone.
We gotta if we want to praise coaches. Rick Carlisle is out coaching Tyronn Lue.
Oh, he is. No question.
Because this was his name, Bogdanovic.
Bodie.
Every team he's with, when they get to the playoffs, they don't play him.
And I don't know why people don't play him. He, like you said, he has hands. He's big and he looks clumsy, but he's not clumsy.
Not at all. He can play.
What was it, 2 or 3 games ago? He did something you would never see Kwame Brown do. Dude threw him the ball.
Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
Never in his whole life would you see Kwame Brown catch the ball in mid-stride. He caught the ball, never put it down, and he looked. He said, you know what? I can't. He was about to take a dribble and do something stupid. He said no. And off that 1 foot, he just laid it up because he's 10 feet tall and he's 3 inches away from the rim.
Well, he knows it. Yeah.
Did you see him lay out that rookie last night?
What do you mean?
He caught the ball. You know the little 6-foot dude, man or whatever.
Terrence Mann.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they had, for some reason, they got switched.
Oh, I saw that.
And dude just turned and said, "Pow!" and whacked him.
I saw that. Yeah, he did lay him out.
Hey,
but for people who don't know, Bogdanovic actually was MVP of his league in the Europe, Croatia area.
Of course.
I mean, he was MVP like 3 years in a row. He won 3 championships over there. He averaged like 25 and 15. I mean, the man can play. He has hands. He has a skill level. I mean, he's helpful, and he clogged the lane. He didn't have a big scoring night, but I noticed Kawhi pulled up a couple times. Playoff P pulled up a couple times. People did not go all the way to the hole with him in the game. And having him and Porzingis running the back line of their 2-3, that's pretty hard to beat.
The question is Luka a top 5 player now?
Yes.
Top 5 in the NBA?
Yes, right now.
Current player.
Right now, current players.
Yeah, he's a top 5 player. Yeah.
Hasn't he been? I thought he was last year.
I thought he was too, actually.
Nobody had Luka in the top 5.
You know what? You know what's happened this year?
He's 22, and everybody thought it was a fluke.
You know what? To me, he's unseating Kawhi right now.
Kawhi's done for me, and I'm a Kawhi guy.
He's unseating Kawhi. Because I think I always have Kawhi at my...
I had the Kawhi number 3 for me.
Yeah, he's usually in my 3-4 range. and he's making it tough on Kawhi right now to me.
AD, I love you, but you out my top 5.
AD wasn't in my top
Anthony Street Clothes Davis is out of my top 5.
Hey, they were wrong for that. Speaking of TNT comments, that was thanks to Chuck who gave us that Street Clothes Davis. Did you? Is it just me? But I'm like really annoyed watching Draymond Green on the TNT broadcast.
I'm like, why is he there? Where's
Where
Chuck?
do you get them damn jackets from? First of all,
It's horrible.
I'm like,
you know
where's
what,
Chuck?
though?
Why did they take Chuck off for him?
They're
Where's
giving
Chuck?
him a day. Well, they gave Kenny a day off, so he sat in for Kenny. Then they gave Chuck a day off, and he sat in for Chuck.
I don't care about you giving Kenny a day off. Don't give Chuck a day off.
You know, is it just me? But I don't think current players should get to have that spotlight and be on a broadcast like that.
Well,
they
currently playing. I don't think you should get to do that.
They've done that for years, though.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
But not Draymond. I don't like him.
I don't like them. I don't like them giving the main crew a day off.
Well, they got to.
Yeah.
Man. People got
not in the playoffs. Not in the playoffs. I can do that regular season.
That dude makes millions of dollars to sit there and do this. And we do this for free. Sure, he's got to stay up to 1:00 past his bedtime.
I get
his old ass on the team.
I get it. I mean, you got to think it's their busy time of year. Well, you notice they gave him a day off during the NCAA tournament too. They always do that. They give them a day off.
I mean, they get summers off. Shit.
I feel you. I just don't want to see Draymond Green on my broadcast. And, you know, he wants to be, because, you know, he wants to be in TV, I'm sure, after his career's over. And he wants to be on this show so bad. And it just annoys me to know.
But Draymond does have good points.
He does, but, you know, I'm just not a Draymond
I just don't want to
fan.
see him. Yeah, we just don't want to see him.
I'm just not a Draymond fan. It's not my thing. I'm just not big on him. And you know what? He's gonna do good on TV. He's talented. He makes good points, you know, but I just don't want to see it right now. And I was just really pissed that he had to race Kenny to the board, and Kenny lost.
Kenny knocked me. He can't.
Kenny stopped short at the stairs. You see it? Kenny had him.
Kenny just off injury, man. He can't.
And Kenny said, he said, I was a little scared of them steps. He stopped short of the steps and let Draymond beat him to the board. I was just like, Draymond wrong for that. He should have eased up.
So this series, when you talk about top 5 players or not,
yeah.
If you have a game like Luka did, where he's scoring 40 points through the first 3 quarters and goes what, 1 for 8,
1 for 8 in the fourth.
In the fourth,
yeah,
is that a complete game to you? Like
to me,
yeah. Like does that like?
Yeah,
I know he won, and great. His team won. His teammates helped him out. The other team didn't do enough to win. I just don't remember. It seems that's happened a lot in these playoffs, where your main guy, 3 quarters is money, but the fourth quarter kind of disappearing.
But he's still taking the attempts. My whole thing is always about the attempts. You can't make a shot and you don't take it. He's a star player. He knows who he is. He's taking a shot. Okay. He got cold. I mean, he carried them for 3 quarters. Somebody else can make a damn shot.
Yeah. I think he got tired, man.
So he's a volume shooter who got hot and carried the squad through the first 3 quarters. Okay.
Well, I mean, what do we always say about stars? Why are you not taking a shot? Why are you not shooting the ball?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
To me, I think
just like the last.
I guess to me, I think it's where, like when Jordan was playing, Jordan could be cold the entire game, right?
Yeah.
And that last quarter, you know, he was getting the ball and he was making the shot. You know what I'm saying? He's not, and I know it's hard to compare anybody to Jordan, but in that era of basketball, your main guy was making those shots. He wasn't like Kareem was going to take that sky hook. I don't care what you did until Magic said,
"I'm not couldn't stop it." Yeah,
you know, Larry Bird was going to take that shot. You know,
I think we have the myth of Michael Jordan has taken over a little bit. Michael Jordan at 22 years old was not doing what Luka's doing right now.
No, he
Oh,
wasn't.
no.
Nobody was.
And
you know what, though?
and this is the thing about Luka. He's 22. He hasn't even figured out what his go-to shot is.
Yeah, you don't even know yet.
No, he's taking step back 3-pointers. That is not
That's his go-to shot.
No. If that's your go-to,
that.
I'm gonna tell you this: if that's your go-to shot, you'll never win. You'll be like Dame Lillard. You
He
better
takes
figure. No. That's not a go-to shot,
I agree, but that's what he takes.
and that's fine. Then you'll be Dame. That's fine.
Yeah.
You'll
He
be
doesn't
just,
have
you'll
his
just be
go-to.
Dame.
He doesn't have a go-to yet.
Yeah, you're 22. You haven't really figured. You're just playing on talent. You haven't figured out the game yet. So if you figure out the game, like, I can get to the elbow and nothing you could do. Or,
Yeah. To me, when he's on the
It's a wrap.
baseline, to me, when he's on the baseline, and that's like on the box, kind of 15 degrees angled in, and he does that step back because he can go to the basket from there, he can pass from there.
Or he can go to
The
basket,
triangle
bank
posi-
it.
Actually, the triangle
Right.
position where Jordan used to be. He's
Right.
golden right there.
Yeah.
And he's great in the post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why he takes so many.
How big is Luka?
I mean, I do 6'7". I don't care what nobody say.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
want to hear the
thinking.
6'4", 6'5". That dude 6'7".
I think he's 6'7".
That dude 6'7".
Who said he was
Yeah.
6'4"?
A lot, man.
He's
Oh,
6'7".
He plays like he's 6'4", but he's about 6'7".
And he about he 200 pounds.
He's 190, 200. He's like 210, 205. You know what? I just still think he gets worn down a little bit, and he's young. So I'm hoping as he matures, I think he's going to have to bring up Jordan again, do what Jordan did when Jordan hit 25, 26. And I think he needs to hit that weight room a little hard, man, for one summer. Just put on a little bit more muscle and get a little tougher. And then I don't know how you're going to stop him if he gets bigger and stronger.
But last night he had 37 shots. That's a lot of shots.
That's a lot of shots. Well,
Right.
he even said it wasn't a great game.
He was 17 for 20.
Yeah.
I mean, 17 for 37.
Yeah. He knew. He said it in his press conference. He said, I missed opportunities at the end of the game. He's like, I got to play better than that. So he even knew it. He knew he went 1 for 9. So he realized it. But I think the difference with Luka is we've seen him make game winners after game winner. So I just think he went cold or he was tired.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. So I still think, though, that somehow the Clippers can manage to still win this series. I think Kawhi can pull out one great game and get this series tied up.
What gives you that confidence right now?
Nothing. Wishing for the best.
So you hoping?
Yeah, I'm hoping that Kawhi can give me one last Kawhi performance. He looked like his knees hurt last night. I don't know what was going on with him.
Boy, he
Oh.
can carry the Clippers. But see now, if he
His
was
playoff P's actually playing pretty good.
yeah, but okay. So
Reggie
is not-
Jackson played pretty good.
this is not Toronto, right?
This team is better than Toronto.
What?
No, it's not.
No, never in a
No,
million years. That Toronto
not.
team he played on.
Its individual pieces are better, not the sum of the
Star
parts is
players
better.
does not make.
I
a team
agree with
better.
you that. I agree with you that. Toronto was a better team. They have more talent on this team, though.
I don't know.
And
I'll give you-
unfortunately, even Rondo is not helping them because for the Clippers, they need a shooter in his position, and he's not a shooter.
They need to let Rondo be Rondo. They don't play him long enough.
They don't give him enough run.
That's the problem.
But they're
Rondo-
missing a shooter on the court when he's out there now.
Rondo needs to start. Jackson needs to come off the bench to score for the second squad. And why Ty Lue can't figure that freaking out, I don't know. Because if you set the tempo and the stage for these guys, because unless Kawhi does what he does 2 games ago, where he was just grabbing the rebound and
Going.
driving and scoring, because he was crazy the game before. He was just getting the ball,
He controlled the
taking it down
game.
court and laying it up, taking a jumper.
But Kawhi can't do that every game.
He can't do it every
And that's
game.
why I'm hoping he can do it on this next one because we've seen him do it. He can control the game from foul line to foul line.
But
And that's what I'm hoping he's going to do in this next game.
to me, these playoffs, it looks like the next wave of stars are coming in.
They are.
The next wave of stars are like, we can beat you,
Right.
and we don't want you old guys on our team anymore.
And you can tell which coaches aren't coaching these role players because these role players on both of the LA teams, terrible.
But you know what though? Is that
They don't
has
know
to,
what to do.
But you know what though? I think a lot of that is because those teams are veteran heavy, and they've been in the league forever. They should be able to know. They should know how to play by now.
You don't like Vogel?
Nah.
He's decent.
I think Vogel's a pretty good coach. He can't control shot making.
He can't control street clothes Davis. He always hurt.
he can't control KCP passing up an open shot. He can't control that.
He could play Tucker when nobody else is taking the ball to the hole.
You know, my only problem I have with him is not playing number 15, and I don't know why I can't ever think of his name.
Montrezl Harrell.
If he would just play Montrezl Harrell, I would feel a lot better about the situation.
He's garbage.
What do they have against Montrezl Harrell?
He's all hustle, right? He's all hustle.
But it gets you 18 points.
I agree.
He's not a shooter. I get it.
My thing is, what do you have to lose at this point?
That's my point. You don't have street clothes Davis, so you need a scorer at the 4. Why not start Harrell? You can start. I start Paul. I start Gasol. I mean, you need as much scoring as you can get on the court right now.
Gasol can't score to save his life.
He's hitting that free pretty good right now.
What?
He's in a pretty good rhythm. He is. He's knocking down the open free. He is. That's all he can do. This Laker team. Well, we didn't jump to the Lakers.
Yeah, we didn't.
But
hold on.
Let's just wrap it up real quick. All right, I'm going Clippers. Who you got? Clippers, Dallas.
I'm going Mavs, man. The Clippers.
You're going with Luka. Okay.
The rest of, even if Kawhi has a knockout game, the rest of that team is not ready.
All right.
I'm using Jim's right to change the pick. I'm using that.
You get one. You get one right.
I'm going Luka.
Okay.
That's a bad white boy.
He's a beast, man. But all right, I'm gonna stick with the Clippers for now. All right, we're gonna skip over Portland and we'll save them for last. Let's just do this Phoenix Lakers. I got one word for the Lakers: old.
Old or hurt?
A little of both. But I'm gonna say old. This team was built on age, and it has not shown well. And I just don't see them coming back from this. I think Phoenix is going to finish them off.
I'll say this, and I know the LeBron fans or LeBron Hive, whatever the hell you want to call them, are going to come for me. If he cannot muster up one win without Anthony Davis, it's a shot to his legacy.
Nah, I don't. I disagree with you on that.
Look.
18 years in.
Listen.
18 years in.
Listen.
Nah, I don't see it.
Listen what I'm saying.
I don't see it, man.
Listen what I'm saying. Game 4, he gave up. I don't care.
I think he was tired, man.
You can make the excuse for him because you're a LeBron fan. I'm not.
I don't think he gave up. As more so he knew they weren't going to win.
Let me finish. Then what do you call that, Jim? That's called giving up.
I think it's called fight another day. I think he made the decision to fight another day.
And see, I could tell you're a LeBron fan. I can get it. I get it. I understand. But you can't. That can't happen.
He had 24
the way you lose
7.
matters. He had 7 points in the first half in Game 5.
He had 24-7 though.
He can get that in his sleep. We all know that. LeBron needed 39 or something like that. That's what he needed.
He did, but it was pointless, man. What's the point?
So you're agreeing with Stars giving up. That's what you're saying.
No, right? I'm not. I'm not saying he given up. I never said he gave up.
No.
I'm just saying I'm going to fight another day.
He tactically retreated because they were down 30
That's tactical.
At halftime. So he did give up. But you can't do that if you're the star. You can't do that.
Game's over.
No, but you can't do that.
I think he didn't want to exert the energy.
What about Game 4? What about Game 4?
What happened in Game 4? You won Game 4, right?
The game was close. No,
And they
they lost
won,
by
right?
20.
And they won, right?
No, they lost by Lakers lost by 20 in game 4.
In game 4. Oh, that was game 4.
He gave up in game 4 when Davis went down.
I don't think he gave up in that game. Did he? I thought I didn't think he played that well, but I didn't think he gave up.
If you looked at that game and said LeBron James gave his all, then you are truly a LeBron fan.
I gotta watch the
You should
tape.
start a fan club.
You know what? I turned game 4 off because after I saw Davis went down, I was like, they lost. I was like, this game's over. So I stopped watching myself. I gave up. I don't know about the rest of the team.
But see,
I gave up in the first quarter in the last game because I'm like, these guys are getting killed.
but see, that's the difference. The Suns, when
When Chris Paul went down,
Chris Paul went down,
they
didn't
played
give
harder.
up. They played harder.
And I think that's youth.
And well, these guys are athletes, dude. They're not old. KCP ain't that old.
These guys are like 8 years younger than
Kuzma is in his prime.
Kuzma's nothing. I don't care about Kuzma.
So
The only thing you got to question about him is what his hair color is from game to game. That's the only thing we got for
My
him.
thing is, this Lakers team is 2 people, unfortunately.
It's a 2-star team.
And the
That's it.
rest of these guys are not very good.
They're not.
So they're
Agreed.
not going to win this series.
They're
I'm
not. I think it's done. All right, man. Let's push on from that. Last but not least, Denver and Portland. Great series. Dame. I can't say nothing else about Dame. You know, I'm not the biggest Dame fan, but I know he's a beast. I still don't think Dame and CJ McCullough is ever going to win anything as a tandem.
I don't like CJ McCullough. I hate his guts.
So this series, I picked Denver from the beginning, and it's been proven out to me so far, and I'm going to keep riding Jokic on this game, and I think Denver is going to win this series still. What do you think, man?
Dame is suffering from the Allen Iverson syndrome.
He is.
He can score all the points he wants, but his team sucks. His team sucks. Like Robert Covington. Robert Covington, you're trash. Period. Melo, I love you. Time for you to go. CJ McCollum, you're pure garbage. You are trash. you are the worst. There's nothing.
How you gonna call the man trash? He averaged like 22 a game.
And takes 22 shots.
He is a high volume shooter, though.
You give me 22 shots, I can get you 20 points too.
He is a high volume shooter.
Look,
I give him that.
They were down 9 with a minute and a half left, or a minute 50 seconds left. To get him can't make a dunk. They can't make a dunk, and we wonder why Dame ain't pass the ball.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pass the ball either. Pass the ball to who?
I mean, it proved out on why he has to take so many shots. I feel bad that this man doesn't have enough help. I'm sure the talk's gonna come up that, hey, it's time for him to leave Portland, yada, yada, yada. I don't know how that would work financially. I don't know if that's possible.
Let me.
But I'm just going to stick with the series. I think Denver's too much for them as a team, and I think Denver's going to win this series.
Let me read something to you real quick. If I told you your star player had 55 points, 17 of 24, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists, do you think he would have won?
Yeah, that's a win every time. No, not necessarily. Not in the NBA.
It should be a win.
Should be
a win.
If my star player gets me 55 and 10 on 71% shooting, I would hope these other scrubs can clean up the rest of the mess.
Well, there's one player that changed the game, and that was the cat on Denver who outscored the whole Portland bench with his 28 points.
You want to know why? Because they put Robert Covington on the center fouled out.
He burned him.
Terry Stout or whatever your name is. Trash. Fired. Get out of here. You're a scrub.
Yeah, the backup point guard for Denver scored 28 points. Who's that?
I'm sorry. Robert Covington was guarding Joker when the center fouled out. Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean That's the reason they won. I mean, this cat came off the bench and had 28 points. He outscored all of Portland. So that's the series right there. Joker has got more help from his teammates. I've noticed too, when they keep Porter under 20 points, they win. If they let Porter get over 20, they're going to lose. If I was the coach, if I was Terry Stotts, my only goal would be is to stop Michael Porter Jr. If you can hold him at 15 points, they'll win the game. It's real simple. He's that extra 15 points that gets them to win like every time. You're not going to stop Joker. Joker's going to get his 40. Yeah. I don't care what you do to him.
You're right, because Porter's a front runner. Like if his team's in the lead,
he plays good.
He plays well. And when there's no pressure, he can get hot, and he can score from anywhere. To me, he should be much better than he is. I mean, he should be a solid man. Young, he's been in the league, 4 or 5. I know he had a back injury when he first got
in. His third season.
This is his third season?
He sat out his whole first season. He didn't play.
Like he's been in the league like 5 years already.
Remember, he sat out the whole year with the back injury. This is only his second year of playing.
I don't know.
He's 21, 22 years old at the most.
He's 22. He's 22.
You just said it's a young man's game.
It is a young man's game.
So if you're talented, and he is, then he needs to get that dog in him and go get it.
I mean, he had 25.
He
had 26 and 12 last game.
But that's not consistent.
12.
He averaged, once Murray went down, he averaged 25 for the rest of the season.
But that game 4, he only got 3 shots. That's not his fault.
That's not his fault. They don't run plays for him. They don't run plays.
How's that his fault?
Shoot the ball.
Yeah.
He didn't get any touches.
Getting the ball.
He didn't get any touches. This is the thing with him, and this is why like Porter's dad made us think of this. They're like, they don't run any plays for my son. And they don't. It's just not the offense. The offense runs through Joker, and where Joker distributes the ball, that's who gets the shot. It's simple as that. So, you know what? If you want him to be more consistent, maybe get him some off-screen action, run him some baseline or something. But I think he's doing his job for what he's getting. He scored 26 the other night, and he's the reason they won the game, besides the guy off the bench to guard with the 28. So, like I said, if I'm Stotts, I'm trying to stop Michael Porter Jr., man. Keep him under 20, you might win the game.
Hey, I'm kind of with Ben right now. You got to find a way to play Ernest Cantor.
Yeah, play Cantor?
Yeah. What his name? Cantor?
Enos, yes.
And you got to find a way to play him.
Because in those stretches, Cantor can get you buckets.
He can score. I give him that, but he can't play defense.
And he can get to the foul line.
If you cannot put Robert Covington on Joker when you're center foul, though.
Nah, you can't. He's too small.
You can't do that.
Because then Joker just looks over the top, and it's just too easy for him. All right, maybe they'll go. You know what? They go to Cantor when their back's against the wall. They did it last year. They'll probably do it again.
But see, that's my point. This league disrespects centers. Jokic has got to be dang near a stretch 4 for anybody to pay attention to him. You got good centers, good serviceable centers that nobody pays any attention to.
Yeah.
I agree. Like the dude, the Aiden dude for the Suns.
Beast.
Good hands, young, got a good touch around the basket. Was he shooting like 51, 60% from the field?
He's shooting like 70% from the field.
All he does
in the series.
Missing he's like 17 for 22 or whatever he went. Like he's shooting a very high percentage. Do you see any plays called for him? No.
None.
They don't want a center in the league. They don't want a center.
But you know what though?
Except for the 76ers.
But that's where I question coaching. Because you can run a 1 in 4 out. The paint is open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't get why you don't have a post up guy. To me, that's just stupidity.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
This is where the coaching hasn't caught up. To me, the big man is actually making a comeback, slowly but surely. but the game is different. It's not in the half court set. It's in the semi break where the big man can do a lot of damage. That to me is just where the game has changed. They're not gonna run plays for the big man in half court. They're just not going to. But if you look at Aiden, how he runs the court in the semi break, if you look at Capella for the Hawks, he can get it in the semi break. He's always open for an alley oop. You can't stop it. So the big man, I think, is making a comeback, and it's just going to have to trickle its way back up again for them to be involved in the offense more.
Yeah, but to me, that's a cop out. Okay, sure. There's always been a point in the game where, like you said, that early offense, that semi break,
Yeah, early offense
comes down and seals his guy. Okay, sure. But if my team has gone 5 trips down, shot 3 bad 3-pointers and 2 turnovers, I'm like, look, can we? If this was high school, Coach Leak would be like, "Hey,
I know, let's throw it in the post.
Can you get that ball in the post? Can you settle down and throw a bounce pass to somebody bigger than you so he can turn and shoot the ball?" I just think basketball is simple, and I think you allow players to do whatever they want. Coach them. You know what I'm saying? When they're going through these crazy streaks, coach them. Make them do something that they don't want to do or they're not used to doing.
I always say we give the NBA players too much credit. I've always said that.
Yeah,
we act like they're just so talented. Yes, they're talented, but I've noticed key situations when you press them, they turn over the ball.
Yeah,
when you run a zone against them, they act like, what the hell is this? I've never seen this before.
Right.
So, like, come on, stop it. Like, they're still human. It's still basketball. You can still run post plays. You can still do it, but people just choose not to do it because of. And my thing is this. We say, shooting threes is the new thing. There's only one team that has won a championship by shooting threes. Golden State Warriors. That's it. One. So why is shooting threes such a popular thing? I have no clue.
Yeah, it's one team. I mean, and I agree. I think at some point you still need a post game. Aiden's playing well. I'm happy for him. And to me, Phoenix. We talked about it. Phoenix, I think is going to win this series against the Lakers. We were talking about the Denver-Portland series. I'm still going Denver on this. What do you guys think to wrap this up?
I'm gonna stick with Dame. I feel bad for him, but I'm gonna stick with him.
All
right. Yeah, Denver. I want Dame to win, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
But what do you guys think? What was it, game 4? I think he might have had 10 points, and they won. What?
McCollum played well. Carmelo played well. They got scoring from other people. They had good shooting night. That's all.
Yeah, but what were the turnovers that game though?
Probably less than what they had last game.
I mean, he did not take. I mean, he took 10 shots.
Yeah, they do that.
So maybe you need to take less shots.
But that's the game he had like 18 assists or something.
Yeah, 10 assists.
Yeah. Well, this is my thing. I've always said. CJ needs the ball to be productive and to play well. It's because he's high volume shooter. Dame is more efficient than him. If you let CJ handle the ball more and get more shots, he plays better. It's just real simple for him. It's the way he plays. Dame, in the meantime, you give him 12 shots, he'll still get 15, 18 points. I mean, it's just the way they play. CJ plays better with the ball in his hand.
They got to figure out something.
That's why I don't think they'll ever win as a team, as a unit, because they're just not made for each other. They need to get a bigger guard in there. And I think, Ty, you said this, move Dame off the ball, man. It's real simple.
If I'm Portland and they lose this series, I'm calling Lonzo Ball, saying you want to sign and be the point.
Big guard.
And then I'm trading CJ for a shooter.
Yep, that'd be nice. That would be real nice. As always, thanks for joining the No Culture for Old Men podcast, episode 9, Big Brain, Little Brains.
Episode 10.
You said 9 earlier, didn't you?
No, I
You said
didn't.
9 earlier.
You said 9,
10.
Negro.
Oh, damn. Episode 10, man.
I think me and Ty gonna do a post show about this.
Yeah, episode 10. Don't forget to like, follow us on Instagram or YouTube. We appreciate all you do, and we appreciate you following the show. Peace.